Hey everybody. Today, Rahdo runs down Smartphone Inc., which is a business simulation where 2 to 6 players are trying to run the most successful smartphone company in the world. Look out, Apple, we're coming for you. And the way it works is we're going to go through 6 years of development. And each year we go through 8 phases. The first phase is always coming up with our business plan for the year. And that's where this comes in. This is our pad. Everybody gets these at the start. 2 tiles that are 4 sides. And what we're supposed to do is to figure out what our strengths and weaknesses are, we layer them on top of each other any way we want. We cannot have them next to each other. There has to be at least one overlay over the other. But after we puzzle out how we want to lay this, this is our business plan. If I went like this, I have 1, 2, 3 R&D, 1 logistics. I'm producing 1, 2, 3, 4 phones to sell, and I'm lowering my price by 1. So there's a million different ways you could do this, and to program your company for the year, you've got to decide what are your overall goals. Now, to help me do that, at the beginning of the game, by the way, I should say, I am Oasis. Here's our headquarters in North Africa, and I start with 3 victory points, and I also start with this little bonus that I can add to my pad. It gives me extra R&D. We are the best R&D firm in the world. If I went with something like this, I could have 4 R&D right from the get-go, better than anybody else. Jen's super strength at, what is she? She is Atlantis in South America. She's better at logistics than anybody else. So everybody has their player they're trying to decide in secret, and because of my R&D, I really want to push that. I want to have 4 full R&D. As you can see, that's the best I could do because there's 2 on this side, 1 on this side. So if I go with these, I've got 3 plus 4 R&D. What's my best use of all this R&D? Because I also got to bear in mind, how many phones am I going to produce to sell? Now, the thing is, my North African backyard, I can't really sell much right from the get-go until I unlock some of these technologies. That's where the R&D comes in. Let's see, if I give myself 4 R&D, what is going to be... I don't think I want to produce a lot of phones. Every one of these icons is a produced phone, but every covered space is a produced phone as well. So if I went like this, I'd be producing 1, 2, 3, 4 phones. But if I want to produce less phones, I could go like this. Hey, okay, let's go like this. Do I want to do that? Yeah, because I'm still upgrading my company. I'm doing a little bit of logistics. I'd like to do more logistics, but I don't have any more logistics on these sides. I'd have to flip this and give up this extra R&D to get some more logistics. No, I want R&D. I'll give up logistics for now. I do want to do some. So maybe this makes the most sense. I'm producing 1, 2, 3 phones for... yeah, okay, let's go with this. Okie dokie. Right. So that is my plan. And Jen, meanwhile, she's got her plan in play. Everybody reveals, and boom, we move on to the next step, where we are going to set our phones' prices. Now, by default, at the beginning of the year, we all have our phones at 5. But I said, no, I'm selling premium phones. They're going up to 6. Jen, meanwhile, if we look at her little programming bitty bit, she's increasing, but decrease. So Jen is actually bringing her phone prices down to 4. She is selling the cheapest phones in the world, and that's a big deal because that means for the rest of this year, she is first player. She gets first dibs on everything. Okay, so, all right, so increase, but 2 decreases. Right, so now let's move on to production. Jen is producing 1, 2, 3. When a pad covers another pad, that counts as production. This covering doesn't count as anything. So Jen actually got rid of a production there. She's got 1, 2, 3 phone that she's going to try and sell into the market. Me, what did I get? I totally forgot. I've got 1, 2, 3 as well. So I don't remember if I said, this is a prototype, and my prototype came with one of these trays, the real final version. Everybody's supposed to get their own little tray. They keep track of their phone production, their R&D chips, and their corporate chips here. I produced 3, so I moved them right here to keep track of these are the 3 phones I'm trying to sell into the market. Here's Jen's over here because I've only got one of these containers. All right, so we've done production. Everybody's producing 3. Now we move on to company upgrades. Both Jen and I are getting a company upgrade because this symbol is exposed. But Jen is first. She can take any of these she wants first. And I think Jen, she's already strong in logistics. She wants to keep pushing it. So she probably wants to grab this one or this one. And she's kind of jealous of my R&D. She'll take this one. That means next year, she's got 2 of these extra chips she can put on to program her business plan even more. Although these can never be done such that they're hanging off the edge. They have to be completely, although they could be covered by other stuff. So anyway, Jen's got more flexibility next year. Although if she chooses not to use this next year, this can just increase her production by 1 instead of increasing her logistics and her research and development. All right, so Jen took one. I'm trying to get one. I've got one of the remaining ones. If I take this, I could really up my production, but I think it's too early. I need to get in some more markets where I'm going to up my production. I want to be even stronger at research, so I'll take that. Okay, now, if, say, I had gone like this, not that it would necessarily be smart, because I've just basically uncovered nothing and covered this up. But if I did not have the company advancement, instead of getting one of these, I would get one of these, which means I just get 1 free extra production for next year. But as it is, we both took one, and I am just getting stronger and stronger with my R&D. And I have the opportunity to reduce my prices if I want to sell into a market that wants really low prices. Like South Africa, they would like to buy them for 2 if they can. All right, so I've got the opportunity to decrease my prices more. We're done with that step. Next, the R&D. Here's where I shine, folks. I am generating 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get these little guys here. I've got 4 I can spend on advancing new technology for my phone. The technologies are location services, Wi-Fi, gaming, longer battery life, NFC, and 4G. All right, so I've got 4 to spend. Jen didn't do as well. She's only got 1, 2. But Jen is first. So once again, she gets first dibs. Now, unfortunately, 2 is not enough to get anything. The easiest, Wi-Fi and location services, she needs at least 3. And then she needs 4 for these, 5 for this, or 6 for this. So she's going to start researching, but she's not going to finish it. And I think of all of these, she kind of likes Wi-Fi because in this game, there's randomly chosen bonus is that you get, and the bonus on Wi-Fi, not only can you get Wi-Fi to sell to customers who want Wi-Fi, but all unsold phone cubes at the end, you can store them in your warehouse. So this is warehouse and Wi-Fi technology. Jen would like that, but she only had 2, so she's starting the research. She won't finish it until next year. She's done. She had first dibs, but she couldn't grab anything. I can grab lots of stuff. With my 4, I could just get longer battery life and claim this. Now here's the thing. The first player to finish it patents it. You take this token and you get bonus points at the end of the game for having the patent. But having done that, it makes it cheaper for everybody else. And here's the thing. I like Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi means I could sell more into my home district in North Africa. If I spend 3, then I'll get the patent. That's 6 points. And then all of a sudden it only costs 2 and Jen will get the Wi-Fi as well. So this is what I wanted. And Jen kind of knew it's what I wanted because this is a really good bonus. And am I going to let Jen have that tech for free, or am I going to go and do my research somewhere else? And let's see. Well, if I want to sell more into my backyard, battery life will do it. What the heck? I'm just going to go on ahead and master battery life. I patented it. That's 8 points for me. And this special power that I've got. Alrighty. Although this power is not that great. It's +1 production for each 2 buildings I've got on the board. And oh, I know, I do have 2 buildings on the board. Because I've now marked this. I've got 2 buildings on the board, so that's +1 production for me. So I've got 4 phones to sell, and I get an extra phone to sell every turn for the rest of the year because of my battery life. And hey, I can sell it here in North Africa because they like my long battery life. Okay, so that was it for the R&D. And now Jen could come here with 3. If she gets 1 more, she can finish Wi-Fi. Moving on. Logistics. This is Jen's time to shine. Remember, she has 3. So again, we get these little progress meters. Jen has got 3 to use. She gets to go first. And I only have 1. I am not very strong logistically. And I didn't even get a tile. Should I have gotten this tile? All right, well, we'll live with it. All right, so Jen can now spread these into any region she wants to get a foothold elsewhere. And now this is interesting. If Jen wanted to, Jen could move into my own backyard. It takes 3 logistics. Jen could start selling her goods in North Africa. And that would be a very aggressive move. But I think Jen's going to do it. So she is just set up shop. Now it's interesting. This makes the North African market bigger because there's more corporations selling. So Jen has moved in. Now she didn't have to. She could have done 2 over here in South Africa and then 1 someplace else to start. And so she would have claimed this market all to herself. But instead, she's moving in big. And so she is now set up shop. And that's that. And now I've got my 1. 1 isn't enough to claim anything, but I can start working on stuff. I want to go into markets that value long battery life, like North Africa. I could move into Jen's backyard and try to do that, but I think I've got a different plan. I'm going to move over here to the Caribbean. The Caribbean is a little bit different. As part of setup, we put retail tokens on some areas, and that means you cannot sell to the direct people like you can in North and South Africa or the US or whatever. Instead, you sell to these retail outlets, and the first player to do it scores 15 points. The second player would be 10, although this could have been flipped the other way. These are all random, and it could have been 11 points plus a special ability. So I'm trying to get in good with this retail outlet. I just need one more logistic to do it. We're done with logistics, and now it's finally time to sell. Jen is first. And Jen gets to sell all of her stuff before I do. She's selling them for 4, so she will sell them to this person. And that's where I was going to sell my stuff because I had a big premium, but now Jen is sold there. Now, she has no tech, so she can't sell. So the other ones, she'll sell in her own backyard. Boom, boom, 4 and 5. She couldn't sell to this 2. She couldn't sell to this 3. Jen sold everything. And she's muscled me out because she was faster and cheaper. Now it's my turn. I've got 4 to sell, and I'm in trouble. So I've got battery, so that means I could sell 1 here in North Africa. Hooray! But I have no other tech. By the way, these cleared out after I claimed it. And I can't sell anywhere. So this is 3 that are just going to get tossed. I'm only going to sell 1 premium phone this year. This was potential that I could have sold, but it's lost. Now, I wish I had taken the Wi-Fi because, hey, then I could store these. But I can't, so they're just gone. Ouch! Benefits of being fast and cheap. And now we make our money for those sales. Okay, Jen, so 1, 2, 3. Jen made 12 points. And me, I only sold 1 for 6. Jen made twice as many points. But there are also region dominants. Over here in South America, the market is small because there's only 1 company. So Jen dominated this region. So she got 2 more. So that's 14 points for her. She goes from 4 to 18. Me, I got 6. So I'm up to 9. But over here, the market is bigger now. There's 3 points to be had for market dominance. We both sold an equal amount. But since I was the first company with boots on the ground, I break the tie, so I get these 3 points. So, boom, boom, boom. Jen still did much better than me, but I did okay considering. And I've got strong tech. I'm about to get in good with the Caribbean, these retailers over here. That's going to be a really big deal. And now, at the end of the round, we clean up. We take our cubes back because the markets are now going to be available to sell in again. Any of these company techs, they're all gone, and 5 new ones come out to grab. 3, 4, 5. We reset our prices and we move on to round 2, and the whole thing starts all over again, and both of us now have more opportunities for programming our business plans for the next year. And now I want to get more tech that North Africa will appreciate, or I could really bring my prices down so that I could sell to these 3 because I have the ability now to get low prices. Or do I want to keep on focusing on R&D? Do I want to do lower logistics? Do I want more upgrades? So many options, and 6 short years to do it all in Smartphone Inc. Folks, this is a very sharp game. Jen and I liked it a lot. Love the clean presentation. Even though this is only a prototype, it looks gorgeous, but 6 times you get to do this puzzle. It never gets old. It is always a fun thing trying to wrestle this and getting more of these upgrades so that you can have more and more control and specialize. But where do you set your prices? If I bring my prices down low to ensure I go first, and then my opponents just leave their prices, why did I do that? Well, because I want to sell to more people, where it means I can get the area dominance, getting in with retailers, unlocking these special powers for the retailers, unlocking the special powers for the tech, getting more powers over here, competing to get area dominance. So much, so smart, and so beautiful. I love the extra attention to detail with everybody getting their own little containers for all their goods. And I mean, mean, I don't know if you got a good look at them. I didn't show them very closely. These are just awesome little acrylic pieces to represent your business and your tech and your phones. Love it, love it, love it. A super sharp, fun business simulation, Smartphone Inc. And that is the rundown, folks. Thanks for watching. Have a very nice day. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.